If you are anything like me and just can't seem to get the bangles out of your head, wow. You have a home here. Welcome to the Go Show, celebrating all things outdoors and this beautiful outdoor playground of a state, nation, and world that we live in. Thank you for hanging out with us. It's a little interesting that I got the bangles in my head. Walk like an Egyptian. I don't know why. Actually, I think I didn't know exactly why. Because I have a little thing for the lead singer of the Bangles, which is Susanna Hoffs, who my age did not. Who did not? And this is an outdoor show, again, celebrating all things outdoors in this beautiful outdoor playground of a state, nation, and world that we live in. And it's it is an outdoor program, so we don't need to talk about 90s bands, especially chick bands like the Bangles. But I was wondering why I had that in my head. Why in the world do I have Walk Like an Egyptian by the Bangles stuck in my head? One, probably Susanna Hoffs, not going to play, not going to lie. But I had this video that Steve Clark from Arizona Elk Society sent to me. And what's that happening, Rhonda? Steve Clark sent me this video, and I realized what was happening. This is taken from inside of his truck, and that song was playing in the truck. So it's been stuck in my head all morning, and I've been not mad at it because I do remember that band very well. And I do remember Susanna Hoffs. So check this out. This is why Steve Clark sent this to me. This is a trip. Check this out. I want you to see it. Okay, and I'll turn it up here. You can hear in the background. Hey yo, hey yo. Okay. So yeah, if you see there's a that elk back there does not look like the other elk. One of these things is not like the other, right? And this is it's really neat to see. Isn't that really nice? Now, I've been told, as he zooms in here, I've been told that I'm not allowed to call this an albino elk. It is not an albino elk. I can't stop jamming. I'm sorry. It's hard for me not to get jammed into the Bengals. Yeah, all right. So, this is an interesting question that I want to ask y'all, because I know my answer. Because when I was first shown this video, Becky showed me this video and I didn't even hesitate. I said, I'd shoot it. I shoot it in a minute. And that brings up this debate, because she was like, what? Yeah. Yes. 100%. I'm taking this thing out. If I have a tag for this thing, I'm taking it out. That thing is going straight to the taxidermist and is going to be in my trophy room, period. But Mike, it's so beautiful. It's got it's so unique. It's not unique and it's not albino. Let's get back to that. Yeah, you can't call it albino. Lucasic. I'm going to look up and see if I got that right. I think I got that right, because I'm going to go back to my text here. It is doggone it. Where'd my Steve Clark text go? Let's go back to Steve here. And let's see here. Clark said that it is, Lucasic, Leuco, leucistic. I'm sorry, not Lucasic. Leucistic is what it is. And Jim's with me on that. You take that a million times. You take that. And if anyone else is going to take it, I understand. If you don't want to, think, look, I'm not going to be the person to take that beautiful thing out of the wild. Fine. Someone is. I want it in my trophy room. I'm going to say albino too, Jim. Jim, come with me on this one. But it's leucistic. Lucasic. What am I? Lucasi's. Probably what I was thinking of boots. Yeah, that's probably where I was. I was thinking of Lucasi boots. No, leucistic. Yes, that is the colors. Leucistic. Very rare. So are 8x9 elk. So are 4 and 5, 450, 500-inch elk. That's rare, but you shoot it. You don't, if you got a bull tag and you've got this 8x8 in front of you with just this mountain of this tree of a rack, you're not, oh, that's very rare to see that. I'm going to go ahead and pass that one up. Nope. You're taking it. And that is why I say take the same thing. Take that. And it has show. Okay. So indigenous people, Lynn says, show reverence for white bison. And you know something? I think that's very cool. There's also countries that show reverence for cows, and I will eat cow all the time. I get that, and it's wonderful, and I've never seen a white bison before. Sure, that's totally rad. I want to look that up. But again, if I had a bison tag and I saw one, I just My culture does not. So my culture just goes, oh, it's so pretty. That's it. And I'm like, yeah, it's pretty in my trophy room, or it's pretty on my wall. I know it sounds off, but I have to be me, and B, there are plenty of rarities in nature that we hunt and take. Period. There was the weirdest, it was almost like a brindle color. There was like a brindle colored pigeon that I saw when I was out hunting one year. I took that thing in a minute. I was like, that thing's so cool. Heck yeah, that's rad to have. So, oh no, you should let it go make other little brindle dove. Nope. I mean, a pigeon, dove, whatever. There was an albino, says Jim. Let me check this out, Jim. What you got going on here? There was an albino huge rack buck in the cedar swamps by my farm in northern Maine. But I wanted never got a shot. Oh, woo. Yeah, I mean, if you never got a shot at it, do you think I doubt it's still there, because people gotta say, especially big rack white buck, like, come on. And this thing's not going to last long. That thing's not going to last through the season. The fact it's that old shocks me. That means that it's good at hiding and no hunter has seen it, because there's no way I'm passing on that. There's just no way. So but again, that debate ensues. What rarities? What's up, Chris? What rarities do we leave in the wild as just something to leave for your contribution, when you darn well know that Harry Hunter right down the road from you is going to take the thing out and going to have it in his trophy room? Mine. I saw it first. It's mine. I yell out, dibs. Yeah. 47 years ago. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say that deer is not with us anymore. But Grizz, the question has been, do you see a white elk like that? Leucistic is what we found, leucistic. And do you take it? Do you take it out or not? This was from Steve Clark, who was jamming to the Bengals, Walk Like an Egyptian. Yeah, Don't tell us any one of us, by the way, any one of us red-blooded American males that see Susanna Hoffs, and we know damn well why we know every song from the Bengals. You're welcome. It is what it is. But again, somebody else is going to take that. Is there an argument to be said for like larger strains of bass, like largemouth bass, and these catch and release, because these lunkers are going to create more lunkers. They're going to create bigger bass. So to keep that into the gene pool, Grizz, I'm telling you, yes, she is. And cool too. And just kind of laid back, kind of a mom vibe going on there, and just kind of cool. Yeah. And the old crushes back in the day. You know who isn't is oh my gosh, why am I drawing a blank on her name? From Who's the Boss? Maybe I'm being a little too open right now. Yeah, but she went loony. That's a topic for the next show, if you know what I'm saying. Okay, so moving on. There is something to be said for leaving certain types of animals in the gene pool, but understand when you. Thank you, Alyssa Milano. Exactly. It got us through some formative years in our younger life. That's right. Yeah, I'm glad everybody's coming with me on that, because I mean, it is what it was, folks. So there is something to be said. You find a 500-inch buck and a bull elk, and you're like, that debate isn't a debate to me. Finding a nice 6x6 and passing that out because you want to go after that 500-inch bull, okay, fine. And leaving that 6x6 or 7x7 to be out there and breeding it's And Grit, she's certifiable now. I remember that one of the funniest things about that is during the COVID thing, she did the crochet masks, and so because that works. But then there's something like this, like a leucistic elk, and you're like, I'm getting it. Period. It's mine. If I've got a bull tag and I don't have a cow tag, and that's a cow, I couldn't really see if there's a rack on this thing or not. Let me let's see if we check it out. See, is there a rack on this thing? Nope. Okay, it's a cow. So it's a cow elk. So so if I don't have a cow tag, I'm finding somebody that does and saying, let's go. Let's do this. You're welcome. Oh my gosh. Hopefully someone in the group does. Someone in your group does. And Lynn, yeah, it feeds hungry people. I'm telling you. It is absolutely does. There's great programs in the Midwest. I think there's several of them, but one that I've donated to several times is Hunters for the Hungry. And if you are maybe you're a landowner and you want to cull the population of deer on your land, and you have the legal tags to do that, you can just pop as many as you want, and then call the truck, and the truck comes along. You don't even have to process it. Truck comes along and takes them for food banks and gives them out during the holidays, especially deer season is around the holidays in November. So yeah. Mm-hmm. How many people? I'm telling you, man. Yeah, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. Don't pay for no. What in the record book someday? What does that mean? Okay, Jim just said this. Jim just getting me fired up here. What's going on here? Just mailed out my packet for my Boone and Crockett Black Bear today. Do you have a picture you can share with us, my friend? That would be fantastic. I don't know if we can share it on this. I don't know, but if you send it to Mike at Go Mike Russell, that'd be fantastic. You really think you have a Boone and Crockett Black Bear? That is fantastic. Okay. Oh my gosh. Well, that's fantastic. Yeah, if you could send a picture to me, but that'd be absolutely awesome. We'd love to share it with the crew. I'd love to get that. Mike at GoMikeRussell.com. Probably not enough for me to push too many buttons and get it for today, but definitely for tomorrow. If you can send that to me, that'd be really, really cool. Woo! That's way cool, man. Congrats. It's way neat. Anyway, came across the thing as we were talking about death by selfie a while back, and we're talking about people that were doing hunters and hikers and people dying, and the tragic 2 stories now within the last month of tragedy at the Grand Canyon, trying to get that Instagram selfie on the actual edge of the Grand Canyon. And this was a Japanese influencer, and she fell to her death. Like there's some point where we're like, yeah, like getting people picked off of Camelback Mountain in July and August. We're like, not like, oh, I hope they're okay. It's like, well, why, dude? Like, how many signs we got to put up? How many radio shows we have to have? How many streaming programs do we have to have talking about this thing? And then they're still falling off. But check this out. There's now an app. I'm not kidding. There's an app to eliminate death by selfie. And let's be clear. This app is for and intended to save animals and to tell us to leave animals alone. But there is now a new app. It's called Selfie Control Instagram Filter. So if you're on the gram, there is a filter you can use that gives tourists an idiot-proof way to keep their distance from wild animals. I actually think this is kind of cool. Are people going to use it? No. Maybe. I mean, because these are morons. They might use it. But it exposes the stupidity of going to get close to live animals, wild animals, for the gram. And this article calls them Tourons, by the way, like more tourist morons, Tourons. Not bad. I'm not mad at that one little tiny bit. Tourons, a way to stop being idiots is what it is. This was done by the Jackson Hole Travel and Tourism Board. Of course, Jackson Hole, because we're dealing with the fuzzy cows, the bison, and people that get absolutely jacked by bison every year. They actually can have an open source photo filter called Selfie Control that is available on the gram. I'm going to check that out because it's pretty cool. That kind of gives you an indicator as you're using your phone, how close that animal is to you, and if you're in the danger zone. Odds are, if you're taking a selfie with any animal behind you, you're too close. Unless it's a herd of it. Like Steve Clark was a wonderful distance away in that video. And in his truck, safe as hell. Nobody's the bison were not, I'm sorry, the elk were not even disturbed, and he was fine. Yeah. So this is for Grand Teton and Yellowstone National Parks. It is actually able to use, the ability is open now, basically nationwide. And again, this was more for the animals than it was for the actual tourists, because stupid people are going to be stupid and do stupid things. So, like, I forget what comedian was it that said, you can't fix stupid. And they're going to do that. They're not going to use a filter that's going to help them indicate if they're too close or a safe distance away from an animal. Here's the deal. This is the fail-safe way. And by the way, your subconscious is telling you this, even the dumb people. Subconscious is telling you this the entire time. If I feel in this moment that animal can look up and stare at me, and come get me before I can get away from it, I'm too close. Your body's already gauging that. Your fight, flight, or what is it? Fight, flight, or freeze response. That's it. They had to have freeze for some probably politically correct reason, but your fight or flight response kicks in, and your body is now gauging, can I get away? That's why I've always been a fan of bow hunting, especially bow hunting big game in Africa. Like if you have a trophy, it's a lion, water buffalo, Cape buffalo, whatever they call them there, hippo. If that animal wanted you, that animal can get you. If you get within bow range, now my bow range is 40 to 50 yards, will not go above that. I just saw Slavo popping a target at 80 yards. That guy's like Robin Hood. It's unbelievable. And get over slavosalt.com. Use the code GOSHOW. It's going to get you some gauge off your order there, save you some dough. But I got to tell you this. If I am lion hunter, remember Cecil the Lion? Cecil the Lion was a bow hunt. It was a legitimate, legal bow hunt. Ethics, we're not doing ethics class here, but it's a legal hunt. It was a bow hunt. If Cecil wanted to kill this dude, Cecil would kill this dude. There was no chance. If you get within bow range of one of these types of animals, you're just done. If they want you, you're done. I saw Slavo come up on a herd of bison. If that bison just turned and ran to him as a threat to take him out, he's done. And nothing you can do about it. So that's why it's interesting, the whole death by stupidity, Lynn. I like that. Yeah. In Grizz, I think there is an entertainment value in these morons trying to do these kinds of things, getting launched into the air. Yeah. Not only dying, let's see what Rhonda has to say here. Let's bring Rhonda into the program. Not only are they dying because they think fluffy cows are friendly, they're destroying natural beauty and going off the path for the perfect photo. It's exactly it. And it was funny when we started streaming, when we went from terrestrial to streaming, I was going to bring this story up, and I didn't do it because it was Yellowstone and Pierce Brosnan, James Bond. I had to go to court because he took a picture and posted it where he was off the trails at a certain path where you were not supposed to get off the trails. And I back with Parks. I back with the courts on this one as well, that he should have been fined and he should have been taken out, not taken out, but he should have been made an example of, because of exactly what Rhonda said there. Because the paths are there for a reason. You go off the paths, you're starting to jack with the whole ecosystem that they got going, that they are preserving very well and doing a hell of a job doing it. So when you have Pierce Brosnan thinking, I'm Pierce Brosnan, I get to go off the path, I get to do whatever the hell I want. And it might have been in Yosemite. I'm pretty sure this is in Yosemite, that is. Yosemite, or it might have been in Yellowstone. So one of the two. So he goes off path, gets rung up because he's posting it. And that's why I think social media is one of the best Darwinist programs we have. Like, you're just going to get, you're going to self-implicate. You're going to. Hey, look what I did, illegal, and I posted it. You're going to get a visit by somebody. But then again, you think, okay, it's James Bond. Like, if we're going to get, okay, it's James Bond. There should be a James Bond privilege. There should be. I'm going to say it. There should be James Bond privilege. But he did Mamma Mia. Done. Sorry. There goes your James Bond card. Can that there? Give me back. You're doing musicals with ABBA. Sorry, dude. You're doing ABBA musicals. You are going to get rung up. Absolutely. Oregon now charges to hike. Oh, yeah. Dude. Okay. So we're actually heading up to Havasupai. And we're doing the hike, and we're doing 3 days there. That permit went from like $150 to just shy of $500. I mean, I'm telling you, this is the last time I'm doing it. I'm like, I'm not going to pay again. I'm going to pay that much damn money. Are you kidding me? This better be the most, for me to do all the work. Look, for $500, I could take the helicopter down and the helicopter back out. Worth it. But for me to do all the work and hike and camp and dehydrate the food and all this and put my life on the line, charge me $500? Yeah. But I think what they did there, Rhonda, and Rhonda brought, again, she said Oregon now charges, I'm not going to say the name, whatever falls, for the reason of people, all the riffraff, essentially. And I think that this is it. I think that this is, I don't know if it's the Wallapai tribe, which tribe is up there. They're broken up into different factions. I don't know which one it is. But I think they did this to eliminate the slappies. To basically like, okay, anyone that can afford $500 for everyone in their group coming down here is probably going to take care of the place. That's what I'm assuming that they did. They kind of made it exclusive. Oh, okay. Hold on. We're gonna pronounce it here. It's Multnomah. Okay, something like that. Thank you, Grizz. Appreciate it. Rhonda, you guys working in conjunction. I'm so proud of you guys. Yeah, exactly, Brent. Hey, look at the cute mountain lion. Let's turn our backs to it and do a little over the shoulder selfie. That's when the cat is in air. When the picture's taken, the cat's in air, like gonna come get you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it's cool, and I do celebrate this. And nobody's gonna use the app, but it's cool that they have the app, that it makes headlines, that it gives at least some people pause. That this is an issue that we really should look into. This is an issue that is something we need to deal with. This death by selfie, and people thinking that they can go pet the fuzzy cows or the little kitty mountain lions. Quick PSA. Quick PSA. If you see a baby animal that's alone, odds are it's not alone. It is nothing for you to do to go grab it and go save it and turn it into the authorities. Nope. Mama's watching you. Mama might have got separated. Mama might have gone to get some food, but Mama watching you. Mama heard your truck pull up. Mama knows what's up, and Mama will take you out. So better just to call maybe Operation Game Thief, or call Game and Fish and just say, hey, listen, I saw it. It looked like it was stranded. I have no idea. I'm not going to jack with it because I don't want to get kicked. I don't want to get kicked by an elk. Not fun. Not fun at all. Mm-hmm. Yes. Lynn, yes, the monies do help the native nations. He was asking about most likely have a suit by being $500. Yes, but I think there's one thing that I've learned about a lot of the native tribes here in Arizona, being living here so long and being part of this outdoor world that I am tasked with conserving on different levels. I do see the business in this, and a lot of the tribes are very business savvy, and they're also conservation savvy. So they understand that the type of person that would spend $500 to do this is not the type that's going to be throwing Bud Light cans, didn't pack any water in their pack, and they packed Coors, right? And they're throwing the cans everywhere. They're littering. That type, I think they're trying to eliminate that, right? So $150, no big deal. $500, that's something to this. I think you're going to eliminate a lot of the absolute nerds out there that do these kinds of things. Selfies with monster eel, bull elk in each. Yeah. I'm telling you, insurance should be the thing. Yeah. That you want to have a moneymaker? How about Yellowstone and Grand Tetons? How about that? You go, if you want to go on these hiking trails, you got to buy $5 in insurance. You got to say, just get a fee for insurance. If you're going to have us come rescue you when you get launched 18 feet in the air by a bison, it's expensive for us. We'd like you to go ahead and just kick in for some insurance. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah. And I think that the neatest thing that can be done is exactly what I think. I think Jim might have brought it up, or no, I think Grizz brought it up. Just kind of let them do it. It's entertaining. The best thing for these types of idiocies is posting online and showing everybody how dumb they are, and showing everybody this is what happens. I mean, they're free PSAs. I mean, you can go on to X and do a search. You can do bison fail and all that, and they'll show people getting absolutely destroyed by these things. So, is that a thing here? Life insurance not paid because, okay, there you go. Put that in there. Put that in your life insurance companies. Pick it up. Look, if this is death by selfie, I'm not paying out on the life insurance claim. That's another good way to do it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's something that we should keep looking at, something we keep exposing, and we can keep posting it online. We can keep showing everybody that this is what happens when you go off the trails. This is what happens when you pet the fuzzy cows. This is what happens when you try to take a selfie with an elk. This is it. And see, that's it, Brendan. That's why we do it. We do FAO Friday because I want to save people. No, we do it because we want to laugh at dumb people. How about that? Yes. A new logo. Don't die here. Exactly. That's what it should be, like guy with the X eyes and stuff like that, and a nice little red circle with the cross through it. That's exactly the way to do it. I'm all about that. Yeah. More fees unless they do something wrong. I get it. I get it, Grizz. There's also an argument, and I know you'll be hanging with Robbie tomorrow, but the one of the arguments that my buddy Rob gave, because he's the libertarian, is that we pay taxes, so we shouldn't have to pay extra fees because we pay taxes for those types of services, like pulling people off of Camelback Mountain because they went in the middle of August at noon with a bottle of water. So we should say, oh, you should be in charge of paying for that, which I believe you should. But Rob does bring up a point with that we've already paid taxes, so they should be able to be rescued. But the great thing about that is, though, if people get bounced by a fuzzy cow, the ambulance, our taxpayers, our tax dollars are not paying for ambulances. They're going to have to pay for the ambulance ride. So yeah, I agree they should be charged. But again, the other argument is that we've already paid for those those. Okay, so this is what Grizz brings up. He says an idiot tax, and I agree. You're preaching to the choir on this one. But then I hear Robbie's argument, but then I come back with this. There are several states, and I know New York does this as well with sugary drinks or big giant colas with the cups you get at Circle K. They call it a sin tax. So basically trying to tax your way out of doing it. If we make getting pulled off of Camelback Mountain, we actually charge them the fuel, the pilot hours, the everything. People would start thinking twice if you start posting that at the trailhead saying, this is Meet Bob. Bob did not hydrate and did not know his limits on this trail. Bob was charged $25,000 to be rescued. Then the next question, do you have enough water? Are you an experienced hiker? Yeah. Oh, we got a moose story. Okay, I got to check a moose story on YouTube, Rhonda. I will check out your moose story, and if it's cool, do you mind if we probably share it too? Yeah, I'm saying pay the yeah. Okay, Len, I agree with you, pal. We were going to get into some dehydrated food things because I did find something that was interesting coming up on my Have Soup trip. I need to feed myself. So obviously jerky's in there, looking at these MREs, these freeze-dried things, and I'm blown away by what I'm finding. And I mean, oh, thank you. I appreciate that. It is, I've got to find it in the comments because I don't have my glasses on and I might just have to open it up. So, but anyway, tomorrow I want to talk about this because it's absolutely absurd. Why are they charging $20 for a freeze-dried little meal of gross pasta? Yeah. I have alternatives and they're going to be delicious, and I'm going to test them out this weekend. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Always appreciate you guys hanging out. Love you guys commenting, liking, sharing, all of that, helping us build this thing. And we are good. Grizz, I actually do have a MRE that I'm going to bring. They can be good, but I think I have a better idea. So we're going to talk about that tomorrow right here on the Go Show. Thanks, guys. Celebrating all things outdoors in this beautiful outdoor playground of a state, nation, and world that we live in.